Let's watch the intro.
My name is Jenks, Detective Inspector Frederick Jenks, and I've been assigned to a last-minute investigation into the death of Kate Vine, a PhD student found drowned at midnight last Friday in a lake in the woods on the outskirts of the tiny village of Edenton. I have until first thing tomorrow morning to decide whether her death was a simple accident or whether this was murder.
It's called Contradiction.
Kate Vine appeared to the world to be a bright, confident, fun-loving PhD student with everything to live for. However, a history of depression and alcoholism revealed in her medical records suggests that in reality, she had become adept at hiding behind a mask. A lab report indicating a high level of alcohol in her blood, along with the late hour of her death and a lack of witnesses, makes a strong case that this was suicide.
Thank you for the
But the verdict overlooked some curious details. Why was her driving license found on the opposite side of the lake in which she drowned? Also, there were traces of morphine in Kate's system. Where did she get it?
Weird.
Kate was known to be a free spirit with a nihilistic love of danger, which may, in part, have something to do with a business course called Atlas, which Kate had joined and which she had been attending on the night of her death. Based in a large, stately home on the outskirts of the village, the exclusive Atlas is run by father and son team, Paul and Ryan Rand. Both were interviewed following Kate's death, but neither claimed to have seen Kate after the meeting, and both were understandably eager to distance themselves and Atlas from the tragedy. This isn't the first time that Atlas has been investigated. Atlas and their questionable methods, which many have suggested border on mind control. Ryan is married to Rebecca, landlady of Edenton's village pub, the George and Dragon. As yet, she hasn't been interviewed, though it's likely Kate visited the pub on more than one occasion. One of Kate's friends was Emma Bowman, who lives at Eden Lodge on the road leading out of Edenton village. Emma was also doing a PhD at the same university, but didn't attend Atlas. Interviewed after Kate's death, Emma seemed shocked and upset, insisting she hadn't seen Kate that night. However, it turned out her boyfriend had.
Ooh,
Simon Thompson met Emma at
Simon.
university. After completing his degree around 18 months ago, he went to work at a shop in the neighboring village. He started at the Atlas course a few months ago. Simon insisted that he didn't see Kate after the meeting, but the sergeant interviewing him noted he seemed oddly unmoved by her death, which makes him the first person I want to see tonight.
Yes.
It's time for some answers.
Go to the pub. No one is there. We're going left, because I'm left-handed. Ooh. Oh man, this is creepy and very English. I like it. Let's go down behind Brandon House. I don't know what Brandon House is. Easy car, what's up? It said Simon was the one we wanted to talk to. Where is Simon at? Oh, Eden Lodge. Can we go there? Simon and Emma. Let's go to Eden Lodge. Let's knock for Simon. Let's.
Is it Simon?
Yeah.
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating an incident in the village. Could I come in and ask you a few questions, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's guilty as fuck.
We can just go through here if you want. Emma's working in the front room.
Hi.
This is Inspector James.
Jenks.
What's all this about?
There was a death in the village. Kate Vine, I believe you both knew her.
Yeah. Do you need to speak to both of us?
I'll just speak to Simon first, if that's okay.
Just come through.
Well, they're shacking up.
Is it okay in here?
Oh, this will be fine, yeah.
Do you want anything? Water?
No, I won't be long.
Okay.
Alright, so let's ask about her death first.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
So last Friday's meeting, I think.
Did you see her after the meeting?
No.
How long have you known Kate?
That would be when we started Atlas. 3 months ago?
Did you socialise outside Atlas?
No.
How would you describe her? What sort of person was she?
Well, she's talented. She was full of life, you know? Sharp, quite sharp.
Would you say she had any emotional problems?
Her mood could change. And, well, there was the drinking problem.
When did you become aware of that?
Well, she would come drunk to meetings sometimes. She would reek of the stuff. I mean, everyone knew, but nobody really said anything.
So, tell me a bit about Atlas.
That was just a business management training program for postgrads.
And you started this after you left college?
Yeah.
And it's on every Friday?
Yeah, well, my group isn't doing it this Friday, but one of the groups is.
Okay, thanks. Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No. No, I don't think so. Never seen it before.
I think that is good. I don't think we have any contradictions. Let's visit Emma.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Don't worry, it's only a few questions.
Yeah.
Alright, let's ask about this.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
It was last Thursday in the college library. I saw her and we chatted for a bit. She seemed her usual self.
What was her usual self?
Oh, just Kate being Kate. You know, a bit wild.
Wild? What way wild?
Oh, she just used to question everything, you know. Have arguments with the lecturers, things like that.
What else?
Kate had a drink problem.
How noticeable was that?
Well, it wasn't at first, but as the year went on, she'd be drunk in the afternoon. But I think she cut down, you know, towards the end of college and when she started her PhD.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, well... The only possible contradiction I see here is that we saw her last Thursday, but we don't see her very often. Last Thursday was less than a week ago. I don't think that Emma is part of Atlas. No. I guess that's not a contradiction.
That's all for the moment. Thank you. Best to knock on the window for Emma. Simon always answers the front door.
Let's go into the woods. I feel like this is where her body was found. Come on, my accent is good! Alright. Ooh, what can we investigate?
Looks like a piece of jewellery there, stuck between the boards. Well and truly wedged in.
Let's go into the woods then. Ooh. Let's do this. Nothing here? I like this game. This is fun. Let's go to Atlas. Atlas seems pretty shady.
Have to come back later, I think.
Well, shit. Alright, back to the woods. Whoops. Map. What is this? So that should take me... Oh, what is this? I think this is where she lived, right? The Edenton Village
Always
Hall?
nice to randomly find a key on the floor.
Well, we found a key. Anything else to investigate? Thank you, Bubba! Improve your
Wow.
spiritual, intellectual,
Isn't that interesting?
financial life. Alright, let's go back to the village. Let's check out the pub again. I don't think anybody was there when we first went. We already went to the Brandon house. So maybe we are supposed to find a contradiction, because there's nothing else to do here. We can call the chief, but that gives us like a clue. Let's go back behind the Brandon house again. Well, let's go back and I guess ask Simon and Emma about the key. Because it's the only like new item that we have.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Stop, stop, stop.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Hypershock has a good theory here though. You're right, Hyper.
Very trusting, leaving a bike unlocked. Looks like homebrew equipment.
Homebrew equipment.
Ah, this might come in handy.
Ah, to get the jewelry. Get the jewelry with that. Well, let's go back to the jewelry and get the jewelry. Let's try the key for the fence. And then come back. Because then we can ask Simon about the jewelry. We'll go to Atlas. Isn't this Atlas? That we can't get to? Interesting. Okay. Let's go into the woods. And I think it was in the clearing, right? The jetty! Catch that murderer and tell him his Miranda rights while he finished watching a movie. But we can't look at it here. So let's go back to Simon and Emma. I can't do the jewelry. No. Unless... Let's go back. And then maybe... Screwdriver? There we go.
Interesting. I thought forensics had checked the whole area. Obviously not very well.
Do you see this shit, Simon? All right, now we got a lot to talk to Simon about.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
You know about this shit?
Recognize this at all?
It does remind me of something. I don't know. I've seen it somewhere, but no, I don't know.
I noticed a lot of bottles outside. Are they yours?
Yeah, I make homebrew.
For yourself?
Well, no, I give it out to my friends and stuff. I tried selling it at first, but I didn't have any takers, except for James over at the farmhouse. I used to trade it to him for herbs and stuff.
Do you see James a lot?
No, not really.
Let's talk a little bit more about that homebrew, shall we? Oh. Well, let's talk about the screwdriver. It's not worth asking, okay? The unlocked bicycle.
What is the bike outside?
Oh, that's my cousin's. He lent me it. I need to buy a new lock for it, though.
So it's your bike at the moment?
Yeah. There's no bus service to speak of around here, so it's really the only way to get around.
Okay. Not worth asking about the key. Alright, well, I think we asked about everything. Let's
Thank
visit
you.
Emma.
Probably be back later.
It's not worth asking about the key. Let's ask about the bike.
Whose is the bike outside?
Oh, it's Simon's cousin's. He uses it to get to work.
You know the lock's broken.
Oh, I know. I keep telling him to fix it.
Okay. Tell me about the box.
What's the stack of bottles outside?
Oh, that's all Simon's stuff. You better ask him. I don't know.
You don't know what your boyfriend does as a hobby?
Ever seen this?
Looks like, that's my old necklace. I gave this to Kate.
So Kate might have been wearing it last Friday.
Yeah, well, perhaps, but I can't see why. She was always buying new things, you know, lots of jewelry, stuff like that. It's meant to be a bird in cage, but the cage's fallen off. I'll show you.
Where did you buy it?
I didn't. Some wanted present.
Secret admirer.
Not so secret.
I see.
That's how it should have looked. It's called a freedom necklace.
Do you mind if I keep this?
No, not at all.
So the necklace did belong to Kate. Interesting. I'm starting to wish I'd brought a spare evidence bag.
She's the murderer that sweater does her in. Well, let's ask her about Simon's homebrew. Hold on.
Have you ever tried Simon's homebrew?
Me? No. I don't like beer. I only drink wine. I can't stand spirits either.
Okay. I don't see any contradictions here either. Quimsley Baker, thank you for the host. Show the card to Simon. He didn't know the necklace broken. Maybe he knows it's fixed, like as it should be. Okay.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Okay. There we go. I
You
thought I
know
had
what
to go
this
into my
is?
inventory.
Yeah, I think Emma had one like it. Actually, you know what? Kate had one. I remember because I asked her about it one night when we were all out drinking in college. I was probably pretty drunk.
That's what college is all about.
I don't see any contradictions. You do. What is the contradiction? But I can't choose. We were all out drinking. Well, Kate wore the necklace at college. But he'd only known her for 3 months?
Aha.
Ah.
So how did you know Kate was wearing a freedom necklace 18 months ago? At college?
Well, I knew
I'm so bad
Kate
at
at
this.
college, but I didn't get to know her till we started Atlas.
Right. So you didn't socialise with her at college?
No.
And you didn't socialise with her outside of Atlas?
No.
You didn't see her outside Atlas at all?
No, not at all.
So Simon did know Kate at college, but why would he lie about that? Maybe he knows Kate better than he's willing to admit. 6 o'clock. I wonder if Rebecca's working in the pub tonight.
Let's go to the pub. Drinks for everyone.
Sorry, what can I get you?
Detective Inspector Jenks. Rebecca, is it?
Yeah.
There's been an incident in the village. I'm conducting an investigation. Could I ask you a few questions, please?
Right. Come through.
Rebecca. Rebecca, is it?
What's it about?
There's been an unexplained death locally. Not sure if you've heard.
The student?
Yes.
Yes, it was dreadful news.
You're married to Ryan, one of the Atlas leaders, yes?
I suppose I am, yes.
Well, I just wanted to ask a few questions about Kate and Atlas, if that's okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to answer any of them, but sure.
Man. Let's ask her about the death. She look guilty and too happy. They all look guilty to me. Simon's
Did you know
creepy
Kate?
as fuck,
Not very
too.
well. She came in a few times, but she was quite a moody person. You could tell she had problems.
When was the last time you saw her?
Friday. She popped in for a minute.
And when was that?
7ish.
She's the face
Was she
of
on
a
her
guilty
own?
one.
I didn't see who she was with. She put £20 on the bar and then left.
What was
Yeah,
that
she
for?
did.
A breakage, presumably.
£20? Just for a beer glass?
Well, she was very drunk. She just put it on the bar and then walked out.
Was there a broken
She
glass?
just brought money.
Not that I noticed. But she was a strange girl.
I mean, you don't just like come into a pub and put $20 on the table and leave. Like, give me a drink.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
So you didn't know if Kate had lost it?
No idea.
Here, let's ask her about this.
Do you recognise this?
I've seen students wearing them. Has some sort of meaning, doesn't it? I forget what it is now.
Seen anyone wearing one recently?
Not that I can remember.
Know anything about Simon Thompson's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew?
I went to school with a
Apparently.
kid named Simon
No,
Thompson.
we do buy from a microbrewery, but we don't usually buy from kitchen breweries.
Well, I think that's it for her, unless there's... I don't think there's any contradictions here, because there's not a whole lot that we asked about.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Well, what's in the restaurant? Karma, what's up? Nothing here. Well, it said that we could go outside behind the pub and investigate. So let's go behind the pub. I'm a terrible detective. That's why I have you here to help me.
A broken window. Recently smashed by the look of it. Might have to ask about that.
Ooh, Arrow's right. Can we use the key? We can't use the key here. What about the screwdriver? Can we use the screwdriver? No. Oh, the key! Good point, Arrow. I'll try to both the smells under control and solve this mystery. I feel pretty useless. Alright, well, what is this? Blythe, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Atlas. That's creepy.
I wonder whose mask this is. Rebecca's or Ryan's?
It's not Rebecca's. Rebecca had a big old pointy schnoz. Just a few more hosts! Was that behind the shelves?
Just looks like junk, but it's too dark to tell.
Too dark to tell. No shaming. Alright. Let's go ask Rebecca about the broken window.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Creepy AF.
Do you know what this is?
Oh, you'll have to ask Ryan about that.
So this is Ryan's.
It's to do with one of Ryan's methods on the course.
Go on.
Well, masks allow you to play at being someone different for a while. Students find it quite liberating.
So this would be for a student?
I think that one's Ryan's, but students do wear them, yes.
Broken pub window. Hi, Forsaken!
How did the window get broken out round the back?
I don't actually know. Someone said two girls were arguing outside. I found out after they'd gone.
And when was this?
Last Friday, just after we opened, about 6:30. I taped over it until I can get it fixed. We don't want people getting cut and suing us.
Does that sort of thing happen a lot? Arguments?
No,
I
not
wondered-
really. I'm quite strict when it comes to borrowing clients I don't think are suitable.
I wondered why they zoomed in on the tape on the window. The tape is the same. Yeah! So I noticed that it zoomed in on the tape on the window. But this lady said that she hadn't seen the license before, but she'd also said that she was last in the pub Friday at 7. That is not a contradiction. Simon said he saw her at 7? So is Simon there too? Well, she didn't see who Kate was with. So we don't know if Simon was there because we don't know... This lady doesn't know who Kate was with. So should we go back to Simon? And talk to him? We do know that Simon said he saw her Friday night. But we can't pull up what this lady said and ask Simon about it. We might be able to.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Well, let's go over there.
Ask about a few more things, please.
He last saw Kate at the Atlas meeting last Friday. Well, we can ask about this, which might put him at the pub on Friday. Onion rings and ranch. Oh, that sounds so good.
Do you know anything about a broken window at the pub?
No, I don't really go to the pub very often. I'm not exactly a pub person.
But you make beer.
Have a look at this. Know anything about that?
Have a look at this.
I haven't seen this one, but it looks a lot like an Atlas mask. We use them for some of the workshops and stuff.
Really? How?
Well, you have to
so
say
weird.
something boastful or arrogant. You do it first without the mask, and then you say it with a mask.
And the point is?
Well, it's easier when you have the mask on, isn't it? People are not as afraid to be free about themselves, you know?
What did you find out about Atlas?
Well, it was advertised. Actually, I think I've still got the... This is the advert that was at my college. To be honest, I've learned more in 3 months at Atlas than I did in 3 years at business school.
Can I keep that?
Yeah, go for it.
I suppose that might be useful as a conversational starter.
So he's not a pub guy, but he makes his own brew. Anyone British here? Calling on Kyle. Calling on Kyle. I have semantics problems? What do you mean? So the bar lady said she didn't know who broke the window, right? But she also said she was paid for a breakage. I assumed the breakage was a dropped glass. Well, that's what Jenks had assumed as well. I think that's kind of what we're supposed to assume, because she heard 2 girls arguing outside the pub, and then she doesn't know who was arguing, but then Kate came in and gave her $20 and left. But Rebecca said that she didn't know what it was for. She assumed it was for a breakage. But there were no broken... But Jenks asked her, were there any broken bottles or broken glasses? It's a lot for broken glass. And she was like, there wasn't one.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
But she doesn't know who was arguing or who broke the window. Just like somebody came and gave her money that she assumed was for a breakage. Which, like, makes no sense. Contradiction. How does somebody break a window in your pub and you don't fucking know it? What kind of pub owner
Couple
are
more questions,
you?
if that's okay.
So, what do I do now? Let's ask her about the poster.
What do you know about this?
It's an advertisement. They had it designed by an agency, I think,
And when was that?
last year sometime.
Doesn't know who broke the window and got $20 for a breakage. Doesn't know who broke the window. Gave $20 for a breakage. Hi, Mono!
Aha.
Welcome
So, you said Kate gave you £20 for a breakage, but you didn't
in.
have a breakage.
That's right.
It's a new dollar sign, don't you know?
The payment could have been for the broken window? Could it have been Kate who was arguing?
Well, I suppose it could have been. Yeah. Could have been Kate, you're probably right, yeah.
But you don't know who she was arguing with.
No, I'm not
They're
sure.
from Delaware.
I'll ask around.
Not
Wait, what
realising
did
Kate
she
had broken
say?
the window. Rebecca really should have worked that out before now. Unless she did. But why would she lie about that?
Review all of her stuff, please. She told Jenks about the argument. Poster was designed by an agency last year. Ask Ryan about the mask. An argument between two girls. Window broken last Friday at 6:30. Use a stick and poke him with the pointy end. So the window was broken last Friday at 6:30. But she last saw Kate at 7. No? Well, let's go to Simon or Emma and talk about Kate's argument. Simon, you're
Few more
on my
questions,
shit list,
please.
bro.
Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday?
No, I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
What did you do after the course?
Just went home. Came here. Just came straight back.
Oh, did you see his eyes? Ooh. He's lying. Well, I mean, his story makes sense. Like, he doesn't like the pub. He didn't go to the pub. Yeah, let's talk to Emma.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I've got lots of questions for Emma. She's a shady creature as well. Talk about the broken pub window.
Know anything about a broken window at the pub round the back?
The pub, a broken window at the back. Yeah, I saw it was broken.
When was that?
I was in the pub on Monday with a college friend.
Probably broken on Friday. Okay.
Ever seen this before?
Nope, I haven't, sorry. I think I'd have remembered it.
That's very strange. You know about this?
What do you know about Atlas?
I know that it's a business course. I went with Simon when he first went, but it wasn't really my thing.
How often did you go?
Just the once.
And you decided it wasn't for you?
Yeah, I'd been to something similar, so decided it wasn't for me.
Okay.
Did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't in the village?
No, I went home last Thursday night, actually, to see my parents.
But you did visit the pub.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know Rebecca quite well. We all went there quite a bit after college.
Well, we need to talk to Ryan.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
And probably go, yeah, explore. Let's check out Atlas some more. Let's go back down to the farm. Or Paul and Ryan. Can we go to see if either of them are here? No. Okay. Let's check out Atlas again. Sweet! Don't jump from place to place on the map. Why? Okay.
Ryan was interviewed in the lounge, according to the report. That must be his office.
God damn it, Ryan! Try the door on the right. This place is creepy. Like, look at those bare white walls. Alright, so there's nothing at Atlas. Where should we go from here? Yeah, boy, Astro! Thank you for the host! 30 out of 30! Hi! Thank you, thank you! Emma has never seen The Mask, but has been to Atlas. Right. But she only went to Atlas once. Like, we don't know if they were working with the masks at that time. But that is a good contradiction. Should we go press her on that? I feel like we should press her on that. Oh. We were just at Atlas, yuck.
I'm a police officer, Detective Inspector Jenks.
Who are you?
It's all right, you can carry on if you want to. Let's just going. I'm investigating a death in the village, Kate Vine. There was a death recently
I knew her.
Well, could I ask you a few questions, please?
A bit dark.
Well, if you give me your name and address, I'll come later on. Where do you live?
Farmhouse.
And what's your name?
So, dude lives at the farmhouse. Let's go to the farmhouse.
According to the map, Abbey Farm is across the road there.
Well, let's investigate first. I knew it!
Picture frames with black painted glass.
The
Very
murder's already
interesting.
happened, Yak. You missed it. Picture frames with black painted glass. Alright, well, let's knock on the door and talk to the dude that was smoking at the lake.
Could I ask you a few more questions, please? Didn't take you long. Haven't got much time. Just close the
No,
doors, John.
we looked at it when he picked it up.
Where do you want to sit?
Oh, anywhere's fine. I didn't quite catch your name.
James, sit there.
Thank you, James.
Jenks is so fucking weird. His mannerisms
Why are you
are
asking
just
me about Kate Vine?
Routine. You know Simon, don't you?
weird.
Thompson.
Why, what did he say?
That you all went to college together, you and Kate. Is that right?
Might have done.
Right. Good enough.
Good enough. Alright. What do you know about her death?
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
Can't remember.
How did you know her?
Through Simon. His girlfriend was mates with her. Saw her around college a few times.
Did you socialise with her much?
Nah. She wasn't my type.
What a creep! He said that just like a murderer. She wasn't my type. I dreamt of Kate all night. And then I murdered her. He totally said that like he murdered her. We didn't ask about your type.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
Said you knew her, moron.
No idea.
No. Why do you know about the bicycle?
What do you know about Simon's bike?
What bike?
You haven't seen him on a bike.
I haven't seen him.
When was the last time you saw him?
About a month ago.
Alright, well, let's ask about the necklace then.
Ever seen one of these before? Freedom necklace.
I don't think so.
This guy's a creep.
Have you ever tried Simon's homebrew?
We probably get a lot
Thompson's
less fun.
Tar? Yeah, I've tried it.
Did he sell it?
Well, not to me, not for money anyway. We used to trade stuff.
What did you trade?
I make a nice herbal tea as it happens.
Herbs.
Him and his girlfriend were into it.
That's what he
What
said.
was his beer like?
Lethal.
Strong?
Knock your eyes out.
The devil's lettuce! And he was smoking a little something down there by the lake.
Know anything about a broken window at the pub?
Don't go to the pub.
You've never been to the pub.
Didn't say that. Been to the pub, but not for about 2 months, 3 months.
Ever seen this before?
No, should I have?
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay.
Ever seen one of these?
Were there a lot of mirrors? I don't
Seen them
remember.
around college.
What do you know about
Those were the
it?
picture for you mean
Not
picture
much.
frames?
It's a business course. Ask Simon. He's on it.
You wouldn't be interested in that sort of thing. And you haven't discussed it with Simon.
Not really. Business doesn't interest me.
Kate's argument?
Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday?
No.
No. This guy knows nothing.
Now, what's all this stuff in the workshop? Paint and stencils and things like that?
Just a little sideline of mine.
Oh, you do picture framing.
I huffed the paint, Jenks.
They're black mirrors. Scrying mirrors.
Now, what's a scrying mirror?
Show you one if you want.
Sure. Weirdo.
Scrying goes back centuries. The ancient Persians did it. This country pagans still practice it. The fortune tellers pretend to do it. That's what the crystal ball's all about. It's all scrying. Mirror's just one way of doing it.
But what is scrying?
Depends who you are. People do it for different reasons.
What sort of reasons?
Exploring your mind, clearing your mind, communicating with the dead.
Is that what you use them for, James? Communicating with the dead?
And they make them for other people these days.
And there's a market for these, is there?
Lots of people want to talk to the dead, even if they don't believe in it.
Do you make a profit on them?
I don't do it for the money.
How very charitable of you. Can I keep this?
Keep it.
Thank you. Black mirrors and hookah pipes. I wonder what else James is into.
So that's all for this
Thank you.
day.
Probably be back later.
You should definitely have a moose hat, though. Alright, what's down here? Nothing. I really want something to be behind Brandon House. So where do I go now? Did we talk to Rebecca? About the scrying mirror?
Ask you a couple more things, please. Have you seen one of these before?
Is it meant to be black like that?
I think so.
No.
Well, that's all that we have for her is just a scrying mirror.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
How are you, drones? We still can't do anything here. Talk to Emma first.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
You know anything about this?
Have you seen one of these before?
Is that from James?
Now, what do you know about James?
That he's creepy. He was selling them last
Very
Friday at
much.
the market. There's a market every week type thing. And I usually go there for lunch.
So you wouldn't buy one of these?
No, I wouldn't. But Kate would.
Was she, into this sort of thing?
No, I don't think so. She bought one, and I went round to her flat to try it out. You're meant to see ghosts or spirits or
Karma
something. It
caught
doesn't
you in a contradiction,
How
possum.
do you use it?
You're just meant to stare into it. Shall I show you?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you just stare like this, and then you see.
See what?
Sorry, look, you're meant to see a ghost or something. Look, it doesn't work.
I think so. I know, she contradicted. Chill out, Home Nugget. She went to see her parents Thursday night, but James was selling these on Friday.
Aha.
How long were you at your parents'?
So, you went home to see your parents on Thursday night, that right?
Yes.
We were
But you
just all
said you
picking
saw
on you.
James at the market on Friday.
Because you contradicted.
No, I went to,
You
I went to see my parents on
fucking
Friday
dictate.
night.
What time did you go on Friday?
Wearing your skin suit.
8 or 9.
And you didn't see Kate at all on Friday?
No.
You're not a very good liar, Emma.
Okay.
I have to
I
replay
saw
this
Kate.
answer because I was screaming
At the pub we
dictate.
were arguing.
Go on. What were you arguing about?
I'd lent her £50 because she was desperate, and we were just arguing. It didn't really bother me. She just didn't have it.
And Kate broke the window.
Yes. She did things like that when she was angry.
Smash things.
Yes.
So it was Emma arguing with Kate. But why didn't she want to admit it? In case it gave her a motive? Or something else?
What did she lie again about? She didn't know who broke the window? Ooh.
So you lent money
I
to
would
Kate
not
because
have
she
caught
was
that.
desperate, but she bought loads of jewellery and things. So why were you lending her money?
Well, no, it's because, it's...
It wasn't about money, was it, Emma?
No.
Go on. What was it really about?
We were arguing because she was going to blackmail Ryan, the guy from Atlas, over an affair he was having, and then tell his wife if he didn't give her the money.
Oh.
Ryan's affair with Kate.
No, I don't know. I think he was having an affair with another student and Kate found out.
And why were you involved?
Because I didn't really agree with it. I didn't agree with what she was doing, even if he did have an affair.
Were you friends with Ryan?
No, I'd never met him.
You just thought Kate was wrong.
Yeah.
Not sure about this. Emma's either on a moral crusade, or there's another reason she was worried about Kate blackmailing Ryan.
He's never met Ryan. Went to Atlas with Simon?
Aha.
Aww.
You said you went to an Atlas meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting, because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him. Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay,
It's her
I need
shocked
to tell you
look.
something. I just need to make sure Simon doesn't find out.
I won't be telling Simon anything he doesn't have to know.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
I knew you were gonna clip
on.
that.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I. I was having the affair, and Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
So you...
No.
Oh.
She didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan. She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Simon when Ryan and I, and I didn't want Simon finding out, and Kate thought that he wouldn't, but I didn't want her risking it. And then if Rebecca found out, then Simon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up and it would have just been a big mess.
And so you just argued and... what?
Schmalbeck, thank you for the follow. Welcome
Well,
aboard.
she just stormed off and broke a window.
And that was it? You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
I need to go to the bathroom
7
as
o'clock.
well, so let's go do
Ryan's
that.
a bit of Lothario, is he? I think it's time I met this Ryan Rand face to face.
Alright, we have to talk to Ryan. I want to talk to Ryan. Where the fuck is Ryan? I didn't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day. go down the street. Ah, here. Willow Spree, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Go to Atlas. Okay. Possum says not to do this, but we're gonna do this.
Ryan!
Yes?
Detective Inspector Jenks, I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, is that alright?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
I mean, that mask can't be his either. Look at his nose. He's like, Ryan!
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I do.
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine? Well, yes, she was. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then, in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
Creep! Hi, Rhythm, how are you? Alright. Let's start from the top.
I believe the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day, and benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate.
landlady.
Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes. I mean, it didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
So she seemed to be enjoying the course.
It's amazing,
Well, as far as anybody could
Drones.
tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined, about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
Okay.
No.
So you didn't suspect there was anything wrong?
Koala 73. Thank you for
Do
the
you mean,
follow.
did I expect
Welcome
her to
aboard.
drown herself? Of course I didn't, Inspector. It was quite a shock. Nobody expected that.
Okay.
Have you seen this
Like a
before?
douche canoe.
Not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
So Kate found out that Emma and this douche canoe were sleeping together. And Emma didn't want Kate to say anything because Emma didn't want Simon to find out. So we're talking to Ryan. This is what Ryan told us. Hi, John. And then we asked Ryan about the driver's license, and this is what he said. And that's as far as we've gotten. But I was just trying to recap because my Vela brain doesn't understand. Kate found out that Emma and Ryan were sleeping together. No, this is as far as we've gotten here. But Emma didn't want Kate to say anything because she didn't want Simon to find out. Kate said that Simon wouldn't find out, don't worry. She just wanted to out Ryan to Rebecca. Right? Is that right? Okay. So did Emma pay Kate $50 to be quiet? Emma did it! Remember how Emma said she gave Kate $50 because she needed money? Maybe she was paying her to keep quiet about it. Let's continue questioning this douche canoe. Sky says he's a douche canoe. Oh. Why would he know about the bicycle?
Does Simon Thompson ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
This guy? She was banging this guy? She was banging this guy. Poor Simon. Let's not tell him. Let's ask about the necklace first, and we'll go back.
Know what this is?
Yes. It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
Freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh, Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
Can you tell me about...
Yeah, I don't like him either. I thought you said you liked this town.
We had a friend who used to make them for us for the course. He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess. The mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
I don't understand at all.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
Everyone says it's used on the clip. You're right.
Like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the manor house about 6. I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
Well, we're not done questioning him. Let's finish questioning him and then we can go back, okay? One thing at a time here.
Have you seen one of these before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before?
Well, I used to have one myself, actually, along with lots of other bits and pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates. Witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Of course I'm not. I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
Give him all your money. Okay, well, that's all we have to talk to him about. But I don't see any... I don't see any contradictions. Trooper Kings, thank you for the host! Nothing was interesting. Symbol not used on the course. Getting closer, slowly but surely.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
What's in the right door? Why is the music creepy all of a sudden? That's where they keep the bodies? Oh god. So... I walk... I think I teleported. But we're walking back. What? Who are you?
Mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means you do exactly
wanted
what
to
I
ask
tell you to
Ryan.
do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You're going to give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Can you just go?
Pathetic.
You should headbutt him. Shoot him.
What a prize brat. But why would he carve that into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to that symbol than meets the eye.
They don't have shooty bangs. The symbol. Like the rock symbol. Who are you?
What are you? Private eye?
No, I'm a police inspector.
Who are you looking for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
Oh?
Did what?
Drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house. Bunch of nut jobs.
Hey, what was the student's name?
Liam... something? Or sod?
Atlas's reputation precedes them. I think I might call the station, find out a bit more about this Liam.
Hello, DCI Jones speaking.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Ah, Jenks, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Friday night, you poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
Poor sod.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything
What
about
does
a
that
death last
mean?
year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look. Edenton Village. Yeah, Liam Rogers. Says suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, 2 suicides in 2 years, both on Edenton. Blimey, you've got your work cut out, Jenksy.
Yeah, don't I know it?
Right, well, good luck with that. See you Monday.
Thanks, Mike. A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Maybe he knows something about this.
If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah. It's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died.
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in my year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
Right, so you didn't meet him?
No.
Okay, well, that's all he's got for us.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I want there to be somebody here. Let's talk to Rebecca again. It's so cute with a bunch of letters waiting in line.
A couple more questions, if that's okay. If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay. What do you know about Liam?
You mean Liam who took his life? He used to play in a band, Black Rock or something? No, Black Stone. Very gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I didn't know him very well.
Okay. Liam who took his life.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I don't want to keep looking at this. We've already investigated in here. Is that what they said? He got suicided? You're telling me not to skip things!
There you go. Come on. Cute.
Because
Smells nice. What is that?
How do you know that?
You're a cook.
No, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
What, here?
No, at the farmhouse where I used to live.
Where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner of his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
Well, it's just through the farmyard at the back.
Interesting.
So you know about the scrying mirrors.
Ever seen
Good job cooking people.
Yeah, that's one of James's. He's into like New Age stuff, mysticism, magic spells, that sort of thing. He's nuts, though. I mean, he thinks the government are tracking him or something.
Why would he think that?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Let's finish questioning him.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods, carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village? The three fingers thing is something the students started doing.
Kyle!
It's something from the course. The three freedoms.
What?
The three freedoms? It's from the course. It's a phrase.
Free to be free.
Free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure.
Wait, is this the course
guilt.
we're talking about?
And doubting. A self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
Free to be free. Not the most original slogan, but I wonder how far this
Come
freedom
clean, we'll
goes.
just forget about it. We'll just forget about it. Students in the Woods was Atlas student Kyle. Free freedoms. Okay.
What do you know about Liam?
Liam?
Local lad. Took his wife.
Oh, that Liam. Yeah, I heard about him.
But you didn't know him?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
So, did he contradict himself? Kyle did it and Liam took his life. Well, folks, that's it. That's it for us tonight. We solved the mystery. You said he gave us something there. Hi, Elite James, how are you? So the green room was in the back of the farm. The green room he went to was not at the back. Yeah, it was. That's where James lives. We have to go up those stairs to get to the greenhouse. Let's see what
That's
Emma
it for the time
knows.
being. Thank you.
I mean, that's semantics.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I did this.
No. Why?
It's okay. Thanks.
It's okay, thank you. She knows shit.
What do you know about a student called Liam. Committed suicide last year.
I knew you were going to do that.
Only that I didn't know him really well.
Do you know the phrase, free to be free?
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong. I don't agree with that.
No?
No. No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Let's go talk to Ryan. We'll walk the road on the way out. I just couldn't figure out how to get here. I want to know what's in this door. Oh, Kyle!
We're just starting a session, do you mind?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
Oh.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
That guy looks how I would picture Kyle too. So it's really freaking me out. Christmas, thank you for the sparks. You had your pants on, Jesus.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil's sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use
Yes,
on the
Lord
course,
Lee, it
Inspector.
is.
I don't even know what that could possibly mean exactly.
So James and Ryan say it's the devil's sign, but Emma and Simon say it's an Atlas thing.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. You can't admit,
Same
can
thing. Lord Levons, thank you for the follow. Didn't he say he never goes to the pub or something? Apparently not.
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase free to be free?
Strike down.
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, they suffer
I'm not
from
wearing stripes.
excessive guilt,
I'm not
don't
sure
they?
what that
Excessive
means.
self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
No idea what dude said. Getting rid of guilt and self-doubt. Ryan invented the phrase, invented while based at the village hall. He has a background in psychology. Trying to figure out this murder, Drexen.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I'm at a loss. Can we go walk in on Kyle again? No? Wanted to spy in on that meeting. Go into the woods. Let's go into the clearing. Nothing there. Let's go to the lake. Go to the jetty. Nothing here. My grandmother used to play when I was a kid. It's so much fun though! So, we don't want to talk to Simon or Emma. Please tell me there's gonna be like something here. You want to go talk to James? Simon gave us info, okay? It was semantics.
Simon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
Oh. Look at you. Look at you. I mean, this is just where he grows his marijuana. Like, there's nothing wrong going on here. So they just grow the devil's lettuce.
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but be interesting to see what he says about it.
Just the herbs that he grows. Awesome. How are you so smart? His shoes are dirty. Did you see that? Ding dong. Oh my god, do English people really have doorbells like that? Please tell me that's true. Every single one of them. Please tell me. Please tell me you have doorbells like that. Please. Alright, freedom phrase.
Ever
Poor
hear the
Kyle's probably, like,
phrase
trying to
free
sleep.
to be free? Heard anyone
We're
use
like,
that?
Kyle!
No. What is it, a song?
Tell him
No,
what kind of
I don't
doorbell
think
you
so.
have.
Doesn't matter. Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. It's just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Yeah,
Some people do.
I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble
That is
a
the
bit.
cutest
Won
thing
a few
ever.
competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
Cookery competitions? Is that a word that you say? Some cookery competitions? I love the English. I want to go there so bad. Cookery, really? Interesting. We would always say cooking, a cooking competition. Hey, Pioneer! It's a great act. It's great acting.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
It's fan-fucking-tastic. Shit we had in the 90s. Alright, so... What's down here? Cookery. Interesting. Please tell me someone's here. We just found out about the Atlas freedom phrase. We found this packet of dried leaves. We discovered that other greenhouse behind the farm. And I think maybe we were trying to take these leaves to Simon. So I think that's what we were going to do. Let's go talk to Simon. All right, let's talk to Simon.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
We asked him about the freedom phrase. I kind of want to replay that. Can we replay that? Because I want to know what he said. I thought we could replay it.
Know what these are?
Because some people told us different things.
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Haven't seen them before, though.
Not at all, no.
All right, John will be here. Hasn't seen them before, but he likes to cook, right?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
We'll have to go back and see. Hold on. Hi, Snooty.
You know what these are, by any
Welcome. How are
chance?
you? Thank you for the host.
Sorry. I don't know anything about plants or things like that, but you should ask Rebecca. She used to live on a farm. She'd know.
Okay. I'll ask Rebecca.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Lakota, hi! Thank you for the host. How are you doing? Okay, well, let's go talk to Rebecca. We talked to Simon. He said he didn't know what they were, but he thought they looked like sage leaves. And I thought Simon was like into cooking, so I was trying to look for a contradiction there, but apparently he's just into homebrew. He's not much into cooking. I couldn't find anything about that anyways. But Emma said to go talk to Rebecca. So we're gonna go talk to Rebecca and see what she knows about the leaves. What did James say about them? Isn't there a way to, like, see all replies to this? The packet contains mint leaves. He won some cookery competitions. That's what he said about them. Emma doesn't know anything about plants. He thinks Rebecca would know about them. And Simon says they could be sage, but he hasn't seen the leaves before. What about the freedom phrase? Because some people told us like different things about that. She heard the phrase when she attended Atlas. It's about not feeling guilty, and she doubts Simon agrees with it. Why isn't Simon's reply here? We asked him about it. James has never heard it. Ryan says it's about getting rid of guilt and self-doubt. He reinvented the phrase while based at the village hall. He has a background in psychology. Okay. Well, let's see what Rebecca says.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, we haven't asked her about the freedom phrase. Let's ask her about that.
Ever heard the phrase free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong.
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
Okay.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic mint.
Salvia divinorum. I used to grow it years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic and legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
So she told us about salvia. I feel like we should go talk to Simon and Emma about salvia and see if they know anything regarding Kate taking drugs. Go back to James. Okay, we'll start with James.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I love this little town. I want to live here. Look how cute it is.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
I love that bell.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
What's that, skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard of salvia?
No.
Didn't he say he took like a horticulture class? Well, if he won cookery competitions, then he knows about plants, right? No? Okay. His degree is in plant science.
Aha. So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
And you do grow it?
Yeah, it's legal. Why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
James. You're creeping me
Do
out.
you sell it or give it to anybody else? Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later.
The only drug he grows? I'm not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
Let's
Okay,
go
that's
check
it for now.
out
Thank you.
his greenhouse. He said we can go check it out. Let's check out the new greenhouse first. See if there's anything else in here. Nope. Just looking for something new. Looking for something new. Yeah, I'm gonna head there next. Nope. James is awfully creepy, man. I just don't get the right feeling about him. Kind of creeps me out, you know? That's okay. Auto hosts are much appreciated, Zebraphil. Thank you, thank you.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Do you know what this is?
Looks like chopped tea bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
I don't know anything about plants, Inspector. What you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
That's what she said.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Awesome, Zonal. Glad to hear it.
What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant. A legal one. At least for the moment.
I've no interest in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need. As trite as that may sound.
Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No. No, my students aren't interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs to Atlas.
But
you have any medicines on site at all?
No, we're not allowed. Insurance purposes.
But Kate used to come to the meetings drunk, right? She didn't bring any alcohol, right? She just came in white girl wasted. Let's see, she was drunk at the meeting last Friday. But no drugs or alcohol are allowed. That doesn't mean she had alcohol, but she was drunk. No student has ever brought drugs. But she was drunk. Okay. Doesn't keep any medicines on site. Made by a friend who died last year. Didn't what's-his-face die last year? I mean, that's not a contradiction, but maybe we can... ask him something about it. No? Okay. Yeah, I just remember that it was like last year that he died. Like I said, it wasn't necessarily a contradiction, but I just wanted to see if I could ask him about it.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I guess we haven't been to Simon, have we? Yeah, let's go talk to Simon. See what Simon says about it. Let's talk to Emma first. We always talk to Simon first.
Ask you a couple more things, please. Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah, hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it?
No, I've never taken any illegal substances.
I don't think she's mentioned drug use before. Yeah, I don't think she has.
Thank
Let's
you.
talk to Simon.
Probably be back later. Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Salvia divinorum?
Magic mint, same thing.
Oh, yeah, you mean the drug? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, ever tried it?
Once or twice, yeah. But it's not really my sort of thing. It messes with your brain. I've never tried any other drugs either. Well, nothing like that. Nothing hallucinogenic.
So...
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Interesting. I'm not really sure either. Haven't we talked to... What's Rebecca's husband's name? We need to talk to him. Well, we talked to Rebecca. Let's go see what James says. I don't think there's anything new to, like, ask him about, though.
Ask about a few more things, please.
We need to read everything once over.
Thank you.
Well,
probably be back later.
What? Well, we're going to. He grows salvia for private use only. He uses it for meditation. He doesn't grow any other drugs. Actually, let's start at the top. Excuse me. He last saw Kate at an Atlas meeting last Friday. He didn't socialize with Kate outside Atlas. Thank you. Kate often seemed drunk. Knew Kate at college, but they didn't socialize. Doesn't know anything about the driver's license. Oh, wait. Yeah, doesn't know anything about the driver's license. Can't remember the last time he saw Kate. Knew Kate through Emma and didn't socialize with her. I gotcha. I gotcha. Doesn't know if she'd lost her license. Oh, we haven't used the key yet. Wait, no we did. We haven't asked anyone about it, but we used it to get into Atlas, didn't we? Yeah. Doesn't know about Simon's bike. Last saw Simon about a month ago. Traded his herbal tea for Simon's homebrew. Says his homebrew is very strong. Hey Novel, how are you? We just started back up, Kyle. We were about like 20% into it. Personal use trades with Simon. Yeah, but herbs and salvia are different. He traded his tea. Okay, well, we can try it.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
Traded his herbal tea for Simon's homebrew. But see, and then he doesn't grow any more drugs?
Aha.
I still don't understand. That's
When
a
you say
contradiction.
herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded
Probably.
salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew.
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it to anybody else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
He didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. You don't know about Third Eye. You know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them, single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know. We can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant, then selling them on.
The symbol.
It's all there.
What do you mean, selling them on?
Selling them. Objects, commodities.
To who?
To anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
What for?
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Exactly what I'm saying. So I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
I found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
It's obvious, you can tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. And I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, the US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented, you can read about it. They showed all the same signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
But that was just after Liam died.
Yeah.
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
Maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Well, that was a lot to take in. Does James really believe all this stuff? This is the first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one?
Right here. It's Ryan's mask, yeah. And he was the one that kind of had a weird explanation about that symbol too. So he said he grew salvia for his private use, but he said that he traded his herbal tea. Salvia and herbal tea are not two different things, so I didn't catch, or are two different things, so that's not a contradiction that I caught. Anyway, it's not important. We caught it. It's an herb, bruh. Let's go talk to Ryan about Third Eye. Actually, let's go talk to Simon and Emma.
Thank you.
Let's just go talk to them all. Let's see what Rebecca has to say.
A few more questions, please.
Have you seen this before?
Don't take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods. He's not exactly a stable person. And, I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Well, don't quote me on that.
So you don't think there's any truth at all to this?
None at all.
Okay. What did she say about the mask? Allowed students to roleplay. It's Ryan. Suggested asking Ryan. Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to know if she said anything like about the
Thank you. Probably
symbol
be back later.
in particular. Let's talk to Emma first.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. It was all over college last year. James made it. Idiot.
So you don't agree with what it was saying?
No, I don't agree with anything James says. He's absolutely crazy. He thinks that the government has been controlled by aliens, that we're all bugged. He's nuts.
Okay.
That's all for the moment.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
sure he's as crazy as everyone thinks he is.
Have you seen this before?
We're headed to Ryan.
Is this the thing that James did?
Right
Yeah,
after this.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
What do you know about all this? A third eye, I think they were called?
I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I've heard about Liam's death, but all I know about Three Eyes or whatever is on this flyer.
So you hadn't heard about Third Eye?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
We'll be back. What did he lie about? I'm pinning this on James so far. He's a little weird. Kind of creeps me out. I don't know how to get to Atlas.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
No, sorry.
Liar! What make?
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask, then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
Oh, come on.
That explanation was way too short. Ryan's definitely hiding something.
Only knows what he heard and never came into contact. What do we do now? It's gotta have like another contradiction or something somewhere, right? We're missing something. So I was just going back through the Atlas Freedom phrase. They use the phrase free to be free to summarize their objectives.
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase free to be free?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, well, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
So let's go back through some of these answers. Captain Max Troll, thank you for the host. Ask him about Third Eye again. He says he only knows what he's heard. He's never came into contact with them. I can like actually ask him about it so you can see the video if you want. Okay.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
No, sorry.
And then we caught him with this contradiction.
Thank
if
you.
I go,
Probably
hold
be
on.
back later.
No. Here.
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask. Then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
Hold on. I want to see what he says about cooking.
There you go. Come on. Cute.
Thank you, Phil. Have a good night.
Smells nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I have no idea you were a cook.
Oh, no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Oh, here?
No. At the farmhouse where I used to live.
Where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together.
Okay.
The farmer used to let us use a corner of his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
Well, it's just through the farmyard at the back.
Interesting.
Okay. Want to listen to James again about them? Yeah, you're right. He gave a lot of information about it, and a lot of conspiracies about Liam. Let's go back to James. Yuki, thank you for the host.
A couple more questions, if that's okay. Thank you. Probably be back later.
Okay. Hold on.
When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew.
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it
Hey
to anybody
Yuki,
else?
what's up? Trying to solve this murder.
How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
He didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. You don't know about Third Eye. You know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know. We can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant, then selling them on. It's all there.
What do you mean, selling them on?
I wonder what he says about the
Selling
mask with
objects,
the same
commodities.
symbol on it.
To anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
What for?
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping
no
people's
sense.
personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Exactly what I'm saying. So I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
Found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
It's obvious, you can tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. And I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, the US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented, you can read about it. They showed all the same signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
But that was just after Liam died.
Yeah.
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
Maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
He doesn't recognize the mask. I don't know, like, what do we have Ryan on? Ryan claims he doesn't know anything. So we can't, like, pin him on something he claims he doesn't know anything about. Never met them, but said they were based out of Village Hall. Okay.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Right, it says Atlas was at Village Hall.
Aha. According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the Village Hall, is that right?
Was it?
Ah, that's where you were based, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase, free to be free, while you were based at the Village Hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
Damn it, Ryan.
Go on. You see, Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Atlas is Third Eye?
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye?
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. It was an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. I thought that was an end. But then James, his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down, buy a new place, rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
As Atlas?
As Atlas.
And it worked?
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas?
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing?
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes. Excuse me, Inspector.
Hey, Drexen.
Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later. That was Dad. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Thank you for the host, Drexen.